Hi everybody, it's Dawn from Crafting on the Green. I hope you're well. Today I wanted to show you something a little bit different. I want to make some gifts for friends for Christmas. So I found this really cute jar and I want to make a nice gift of some Epsom salts, but I'm going to put some essential oils in and then decorate it up so I've got a perfect gift for one of my friends. So this particular jar comes with a little wooden spoon and a cork lid. And so I'm just going to start. I've got a big jar of Epsom salts here, so I'm just going to start by filling the jar up with the salts. If you're anything like me, you're going to end up with little bits of salt everywhere. My aim is terrible. So if you want to, you can choose to add things like dried petals as well, or herbs or anything else, a little bit of food colouring. Anything like that really, but I'm just going to stick with a basic jar full. So I've not quite filled it to the top. Let me pop the lid on so you can see. So it's got just a little bit of room in there. We're going to need that so that when we mix in our flavours, it doesn't all overflow. So this is probably about enough for maybe 3 baths, I think, in there. And I'm going to go with tea tree and lavender. I think as my flavours. It's quite difficult to try and pick a flavour based on your friends, but I think this would be quite nice. It would have a really nice relaxing smell of lavender, and tea tree is just fantastic for your skin, so hopefully it'll be really nice and soothing as well. So I'm using the doTerra brand here. This is one of the better brands. It's all very natural, all very good. And if you don't know anything about them, they've got a fantastic business ethos where they really help local communities. So anyhow, so I'm going to pop in some tea tree. So I'm just going to pop in about 6 drops. So it's only a couple of drops per bath really. And then I'm going to do the same with the lavender as well. So there we go. Now I don't have a really small spoon, so I'm just going to use the end of a paintbrush, and we're just going to mix this through. The beautiful thing about this was, so you can do any flavour that you want to do, so you can really make it personal for whoever you're making a gift for. And it's the kind of thing that when they pull the lid off, it's just going to give them a really nice, gorgeous smell. And you can add more flavours. You can be as creative as you want to be. Just have a little smell there. It smells really nice. You can also get Christmassy flavours like clove, get some cinnamon, bit of vanilla in there. So yes, you can really mix it up. But that is what I'm going to get to. I'm just going to leave it as tea tree and lavender for the time being. So I'm going to pop those bits on. I'm going to have a quick wipe because I've managed to spill some salts everywhere, which I knew I would. So now we've got a jar, we've got some flavours in here. That's ready to gift, but we want to make it look a little bit prettier. So I've got some ribbon here. This is the metallic edge cotton ribbon from Stampin Up. I have to admit it's lovely because it moves really well. It's not particularly stiff, which some ribbons are quite stiff. I did try this with a few different ones. And I've also got a label here. This is cut using the tailor-made tag dies. So I think that's a perfect size when you pop it on the bottle. It's not overtaking it. So yeah, so that's all I'm going to do is just add these couple of bits, but you can really go to town. Add gnomes and Santas and whatever you fancy. But I'm going to keep it quite subdued really. I'm going to use a stamp that's fa la 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 la, and that's from the Holly Jolly Wishes stamp set. So it's got some really lovely ones on there for Christmas. Excuse me. Or you could just keep it as a simple to and from, whichever you fancy. So I'm going to go with the Evening Evergreen, and we shall get this one stamped on there. There we go. Now one thing you can also do, if you choose to, if you find a pen, you can just pop on the back of the label and you can just say tea tree and lavender, and I'll pop Epsom salts as well. This way, at least if you're gifting it to somebody and they happen to be allergic to an ingredient, they'll be able to see what's in there, and then you can make them a lovely new flavour instead. But I always find it's handy just to pop on the back what you've actually put in there. Plus, if you end up with lots of different flavours, then, you know, it's going to help. So I'm going to start by just wrapping this ribbon around. It has quite a nice sort of ridge where it fits well into there. And then I'm just going to fold the end of this bit over. That's just to make it easier so I can pop it through the hole, she says. There we go. And you want to make sure that when you're tying it, make sure your label's sat the right way. So obviously if you put it on and it's backwards, you're going to have a hard time turning it round. So once it's on there, just continue tying your bow as you would. I'm sure I'm making this look much more difficult than it should be. Okay. And then you can decide, do you want a big bow, do you want a small bow, how do you want to make it look? Move the label around, do what you need to do. I actually quite like it on the side, I think, something like that. And then we'll pop the spoon back in, and then there we have it, a really quick, simple but really nice Christmas gift. I think I would be over the moon to receive something like this, especially if you use the flavours that your friend makes you think of. So I think I'm going to make a few more of these for different friends. I'm going to be using cloves and vanillas and get some really good Christmassy flavours going. But yeah, absolutely, that for me is a perfect gift for one of my friends. So anyhow, I hope you like that. If you want to learn any more about Stampin' Up or the doTerra brand, please give me a shout. You can find me over on Facebook. I'm at Crafting on the Green. And obviously you can pop me a message on YouTube as well. But for today, that's it. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And don't forget to ring the bell so that you're notified of any further videos that I put up. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.